Hello. On today's video, we gonna talk about a little bit of the abdominal muscles and how to do a series of Pilates exercises while maintaining the abdominal muscles engaged at all times. It is a good position for you to start on your back. That way you can bring those muscles in. Just a little bit before review, let me bring it up something for you guys to have a little bit of an idea why the abdominal muscles are so important. Oopsie, my base just came off. Anyway, here it is, my spine model. So this is the spine, and we are talking about the abdominal muscles. And these muscles come from the back of the spine, right, the transverse abdominis, and it wraps all the way around and it hugs your waist in here. And then in the front we have the six packs, which is the rectus abdominis, kind of like those little six packs in there. And these muscles just hug in there. So when you engage the transverse abdominis, it kind of acts like a corset, like hugging your spine. And when it does that, it has this upward pressure into the spine column and allows you to maintain a good spacing in there. So that's why it's so important for you to engage the abdominal muscles, because if you don't do it and you do exercises, you're just going to collapse in your spine and you're going to have a lot of forces, and areas are not supposed to be the forces because your alignment is compromised, because your muscles are not maintaining the spine in a good position. So engaging abdominal muscles, the transverse abdominis and the obliques and the rectus abdominis, and doing this corset effect, it will help to protect your spine and prevent back pain and strengthen your muscles in general and give you good posture. So that's what we're talking about, why the abdominal muscles are so important. So goodbye, you're gonna go over here. Okay, all right. So let's go over into a little bit of while we're looking for the abdominal muscles. You're gonna start in laying down position, okay? With the knees bent, okay? And I usually tell my patients just draw the navel down into the spine and let it go. Draw the navel to the spine and let it go. One way, that's one way. The other one, it would be to do a little bit of the pelvic tilting and push your spine down into the mat. Hopefully being able to do that tilting that I'm doing it, and make sure you push it downwards at the same time, okay? So that it is the tilting with the transverse abdominis. But if you keep your fingertip into your abdominal area and you draw your muscles in, you should feel those muscles a little tensing in. Pay attention that as you do these muscles, or just abdominal muscles, your pelvic floor wants to engage as well. And the transverse abdominis and the pelvic floor usually wants to work together. They co-activate. And if they're not, is something that your body's missing out and you're not engaging your pelvic floor muscles in a functional way. And if you're having issues, there's a video that we talked about the pelvic floor muscles. You have to look for that one because I spent more time talking about that. But we're going to move on, pretending that you know that engaging the pelvic floor muscles and the abdominals. So you put it here, engage, press your back down, and then lift your hips up and down. And we're going to do this. Pull the muscles in, lift it up and down. Again, muscles in, lift it up and down. And this is, I believe, is 5. And down. Abs in, Kegels in, lift the hips and bring it down. 6. Abs in, Kegels in, lift. And 7. Abs in, Kegels in, lift. 8. Abs in, lift. 9. And relax. Abs in, Kegels in, and 10. Alrighty. So that it is the bridges. Okay, we did 10 of them. Next one, we're gonna bring the abdominal muscles in. They engage in here, and arms are down to the mat. You're gonna lift one leg up and down, and nothing moves in here. My back is not arching like this. it is staying flat the whole time. Hopefully you can see in the video. It's not arching, it's staying flat, and I'm bringing my legs up and down. So I'm marching up motion. And 5, 6, this stays in the whole time, 7. And my rule of thumb is that if you're counting aloud, you are breathing. There is no way that you can count and not breathe. The air must come out in order for you to breathe in and out. So if you're holding your breath, you cannot make a sound, okay? I believe this is more than 10. All right. So next one, it is the single leg circles. So we're gonna imprint the back, abs stays in, and there's different levels you can do this exercise. If you don't have good flexibility, this is where you start. You're gonna try to get your hips, knees, and ankle on a straight position. If you're not able to, do whatever is available to you as long as you're maintaining the abdominal muscles engaged the whole time. I'm able to go here, and actually, if this is now very challenging for you and you want to make a little bit more difficult, you're going to lengthen the other leg, engage that quadriceps muscles, and you're going to do a circle in one direction, stop, abs stay in and stop, only 5, and 3, and 4, and 5. We're going to reverse. This stays in, circle and stop, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. And we're gonna reverse the legs now. I'm gonna move it up here because I'm standing on my skeleton. Okay, legs up. Keep it here. If you don't have a lot of flexibility, I'm gonna show you how it is. Imprinting the muscles, keeping that pelvis nice and engaged. You do a circle and stop, and 3, and 4, abs stays in the whole time, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's only 5. Reverse. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Perfect. Next one. Gosh, tell you, a little 2-pound weight, or 3, or 5, whatever is easy for you, as long as you don't have overexerting in here. All right. Well, this one, arms in front of you, abs imprinting. You're gonna raise the arm above to your temples. No shoulder pain with this motion. Raise above the head, and abs stays in. Now watch for this. Should not be happening. See how my back is arching? That's a no-no. Okay, so I'm gonna correct. Bring it down here and up. This should stay in. Should not be raising up like that. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Make this motion small if it needs to be. You can go and stop here if your shoulder doesn't like that motion. The most important thing is maintaining the abdominals engaged while you're doing an arm movement, an arm strengthening, okay? I believe this is 10. Alrighty, and yeah, perfect. Alrighty, so this is the first level, okay? Let's go on with the next exercises. I'm gonna show progressions of these basic levels after we go the whole series, okay? Next one, we're gonna be on the sideline, okay? Move a little bit so you guys can see. The bottom leg. I'm gonna move my skeleton out of the way. Come over here, baby. All right, get my bony bones out there. Okay, bottom leg's bent, okay? And the hip over hip, slightly rolling forward. I cannot see my toes if I look down. If I bring my foot forward, this is not what I want. I want your foot all the way to the back, but your back is not arching because, again, this is engaged, all right? So you're gonna go in here, and your arms can be in here, or it can even be in here. Any way it goes, whatever you're comfortable, okay? Abs stays in. You're gonna lift and down. 2, 3, 10 for this one. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, ab stays in, 10. Now, good. Take a mini break. And I'm gonna move a little bit more. Okay, good. Now, same position here. Remember those single leg circles that we did before? Alrighty, we're gonna do them again. Abs in, circle and stop, circle and stop. And make sure to stop each circle. Ab stays in the whole time. And 4 and 5. I want you to stop each motion, each circle. 2, because otherwise you're creating momentum. And 4 and 5. Perfect. We're gonna go to the other side now. Okay. I'm gonna move you a little bit diagonal here so you can see the motion in here. Right? So here, hip over hip, roll it forward, ab stays in, up and down. 3 touch, 10 times in here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you need a break, take a break. If this is hurting, use some padding underneath. Do it on your bed, okay? Alrighty. Leg in the air, slightly back, abs in, circle and stop, and 3, and 4, and 5, reverse, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Perfect. Alright, this is the whole series of the Pilates mat exercises that I do with my patients, okay? We're gonna go on hands and knees, and I wanna give you some options if you have issues with putting weight on your wrists, and hopefully you will be able to follow up with the modifications, all right? All right, hands and knees. A couple ways you can do. I love my props, use props all the time. The blocks are amazing for different reasons. I'm gonna show you how I use them when I'm doing weight bearing exercises on my hands, okay? My wrists hurt quite often when I'm doing a lot of weight bearing, so you're gonna see me modifying it, and you can do everything with the hands flat on the ground, or you can follow the modifications that I'm doing for myself, okay? We're gonna start with hands and knees. Hands right over under your shoulder, hips and knees aligning here. We're gonna start with the cat and cow, and doing those lifting up and down. For this part of the weight bearing, I want you to coordinate a little bit the breathing. So you're gonna breathe in, breathe out, and lift. And pay attention how your abdominal muscles, breathe out and lift, are engaging when you are doing this cat and cow. The next cat that you do it, you're actually gonna bring your pelvic floor muscles when you breathe out. Breathe in when you come down. Breathe up. Bring it up. Breathe out. Kegels in. And if you're not able to do the Kegels, just do the abdominal muscles engaging. Right, this is my cat and cow. You can always make a fist. I love making a fist. That helps me. Okay, the next one we're gonna do, it is the knee lift, like a crouching position. We're gonna coordinate with the breathing, okay? You're gonna lift your knees up. This is what we're going for, okay? When you're ready, breathe in, breathe out, bring half of the cat, lift the knee, lay it out. Breathe in as you lower, breathe out and lift. Add the Kegels if you're able. Breathe in. Breathe out, lift and Kegels. I believe this is 4 or 5. Breathe in. Lift and Kegels. I'm making noises so you can see that I'm breathing. Lifting Kegels. 7. Pay attention to my elbow. I'm not hyperextending and keep them slightly soft. Breathe in. Lifting Kegels. And breathe out. This is 8. Breathe out. Breathe in. Last one. Alrighty. So when you're doing things in a weight bearing on your arms, it's very good also for your shoulders. So it's gonna give you some strengthening for your shoulder as well. People ask me all the time about what exercises should I do for my neck. My neck is so unstable. Weight bearing exercises.